I want to talk a little bit about authenticity. In some of the groups we've been running, the question of authenticity has been coming up a lot. And this is in relationship to other people. Can you be your authentic self, or are you sort of being your false self? And what I realize is that some people have an idea of the authentic self almost like it's this thing outside of them, like a platonic form, like the real you is this thing, and what shows up here is a fake version of it. Some people feel that like the real them is way better than what shows up here, and they just feel frustrated because they can't get to that potential. And that's kind of like an idealized version of the authentic self. Or some people feel like their authentic self is this terrible, flawed, maybe even evil and destructive part that they are working really hard to keep at bay. And what we've kind of come to in talking this through is this concept that the authentic self isn't this thing that exists independent from the here and now. Authenticity is really more about how we respond to moments. So in the moment, like I walk through my day, I have all kinds of emotional reactions, likes and dislikes, feelings, urges. And the question is, how much do I suppress those, and sort of how much do I allow them to come out? Now, that doesn't mean every time I eat a cake that's me being my authentic self. But if I'm in a conversation with people and there's certain things I want to say, but I prevent myself because I'm afraid I'm going to be made fun of, I'm not going to get the right reaction, then in that moment, I'm being less authentic. Now, maybe it's appropriate for the situation, that's fine, but I want to make sure that there are people, friends, families, my loved one, and especially my love relationship, that I can really be authentic. And so it's looking at authenticity almost more as a process than a thing, but it's really about how much do I allow myself to be really me. When people start to do work where let's say I'm somebody who doesn't allow myself to be angry. So when somebody says something that makes me mad, I shut down, or maybe I smile a lot. That's not necessarily authentic. Now, that may be my authentic response in the moment, the best I can do. But if I start to do some of my anger work and integrate my anger, then the thing I say when somebody hurts my feelings, or the thing I say when I see something going on around me that's wrong, is actually more me than the smile. And when I'm willing to be my authentic self, I'm actually giving a gift to the world, because I'm giving my insight, my truth in that moment. I'm being fully me. And so I work a lot with people to be more fully them in relationship. Because if in your romantic relationship, or your family, or your friendships, or your workships, if you're not willing to be fully you, you're not really, first of all, showing up to your potential. You're kind of robbing the world of your essence, of your insights, of your perspectives. But you're also then not really invested in the relationships, because if I can't be myself with my wife, then there's going to be a part of me that's always like not connected, that's looking for that authentic connection somewhere else. And it's easy to get sucked into fantasy authenticity, or fantasies of what I'd like to be like. But to be authentic means to be fully you in each moment. So it's a moment-to-moment experience. It's not this thing that we either are or are not. And our authentic self isn't this thing, this idealized self, whether it's good or bad. It's more like you got to be seeing things, reacting to things, living, having experiences, and then seeing what comes up within your body. If you can respond to like the true that comes up in your body, and you can turn that into action, that's what authenticity is. So if you have any questions about this, I'd love to discuss or clarify. I think it's a really important issue. And thank you for listening. Bye.